like it feels great. I mean, it's good to be back after what happened in December. We're out here to prove something again. We're still an undersized group, and we're still going to have doubters, but I'm very excited to be back out here.
Yeah, something Charlie said during the running we were doing before spring practice was, I'm tired of saying we'll be back, and I kind of agree with that. And I feel like that's like my sentiment this year. Like, I'm tired of saying like we'll be back there. We're gonna make it back. Like, I'm focused on winning.
You guys, hit on basically one of my next questions. I told Elijah, anytime a team has a nice run and comes up just a little bit short, and it's a heartbreaking type situation, I'm always curious what did the months between that game and spring ball look like in terms of just the vibe and conversation and focus levels and off-season workouts and all that. Kind of take me behind the scenes a little bit. Tell folks what the energy's been like over here of just realizing that you want to complete that mission this time around.
At least for the D line, we've been really just locking in on off-season work and out here all the time doing drills in the field and getting workouts in, never skipping a week. As far as the overall sentiment of the team, I feel like everybody's locked. You got anything? I just feel like everybody knows what's up. Nobody's playing it as it's this big thing. Everybody knows what the job is. Everybody knows we're capable of it. So we're all just locked in.
Yeah, and I feel like we've tried to hit on the weightlifting part of things. We're always going to be a smaller team. We're 2A. So I think being stronger than everybody and being able to outwork people is what I've been hitting on. I know Elliot has, and a bunch of our defensive guys have been getting a lot stronger too.
Yeah, to add on to that, I definitely agree. Dude, I've never seen a class this strong in my 4 years here. This is by far the strongest class of seniors we've had across the board. We've got guys hitting 405. All of our seniors have hit a 405 on squat basically, which is big for us. And we've never stopped climbing, and I think that's going to carry us far.
Y'all mentioned the size dynamic a couple times, and y'all, even against other 2A teams last year, there were teams that were bigger than y'all, and y'all still were able to create some havoc up front, get in the backfield, make some things happen defensively. You talk about how strong this group is now heading into this upcoming fall, but y'all had success, and particularly pivotal moments, had some key success along the way last year. How much of a chip do y'all keep on your shoulder about that? We're being overlooked type things, and what are some of the ways that y'all have been able to outwork some of these guys? I'm sure a lot of technique and leverage and all those things, and then just honestly, work ethic and getting after it.
Yeah, one thing Coach Leyendecker preaches is have some heart. No matter what you do, if you mess up, he just still wants you to go 100%. So I think that's how we outwork our opponents. But the chip on our shoulder, anytime you hear criticism about yourself, you just want to go out there and prove them wrong. And I feel like last year, especially this year, I feel like we even have a bigger chip on our shoulder to be like, okay, well, they can't get back. We're out here to prove that we can and go win it.
Yeah, and I feel like every game we could always have that motivation because there wasn't a game where we were bigger than every other player except for the district games or whatever. So I think we always felt that. But I think what kind of hurt us at the very end was kind of focusing too much on that to the point where our technique kind of failed. And it is always good to have heart, but I think this year, and especially us two, having played a full year, that was both of our first time starting. Now that we've got that experience out the way, I think we can really focus in on our technique and use that heart to mix with the technique and really just get it done this year.
Who are some guys on defense especially, and obviously we're in the early going this offseason, everybody's been playing a little bit of both ways and doing some different things, but in terms of guys that maybe I don't know about yet or we should expect to see kind of take some big steps forward, who are some guys, maybe the grade behind y'all or even some younger guys that you're expecting some big things from this fall?
I think Raymond Dragseth will have a big role to fill. He was our backup defensive lineman last year, and now that Harrison Malik is gone, I think he's going to have a big role to play. I also think Colin Piku may make a transition back to defense. He played it 2 years ago whenever they went to the Dome, so I feel like he's going to have a bigger role with JJ coming back. So I think those two stand out to me.
Yeah, and we just got Phoenix Daylight. He's a newer guy. He's in his class, but he's never started, and he's never played D-line. But we've been working with him, like I said, in those off-season lifts and practices. We've been working with him all year, preparing him to play D-line. And he's got the heart, he's got the effort, and he's got the mindset. And I think he's going to play a big role, especially with Raymond starting on offense and defense. We're going to need a lot of rotation and a lot of support players. So I think he's going to play a big role for us.